It all started with one text. One stupid, harmless text. I used to think love was enough. If two people were loyal, honest, and kind to each other, then nothing could shake them. But I was wrong. Sometimes, all it takes is one moment. One misread message. One lie. And your entire world can unravel. We were 3 years strong. No breaks. No scandals. No secrets. Just me and Elijah, the man I thought I'd grow old with. He was everything to me. Soft-spoken but firm. The kind of guy who remembered how I like my tea, who texted drive safe every morning, who once skipped work just to hold me through a panic attack. I called him my calm because no matter how crazy life got, he was my still place. We talked about marriage. He even joked that my ring size was burned into his brain. I was just waiting. I knew the proposal was coming. And I was going to say yes. 1,000 times yes. Then came that stupid text. It was a Tuesday evening. I was in the kitchen making pasta, humming to an old Asa song, when Elijah's voice from the living room went suddenly quiet. I peeked in, thinking maybe he'd fallen asleep on the couch. Instead, I saw him staring at my phone. Frozen. I felt my heart skip, then double back. Babe? I asked. He didn't look at me. Just held up the screen. So. When are you going to let me take you out like I deserve to? Tund, work. I rolled my eyes. Oh God. Him again? Elijah didn't respond. Just stared, jaw locked. It's nothing, I said, walking over. He flirts with everyone. I never reply to him like that. You can check our chat scroll all you want. But Elijah wasn't listening. Not really. He dropped my phone like it burned him. I always knew that guy had a thing for you, he muttered. I laughed nervously. But I don't have a thing for him. I told you. He's just annoying. Annoying, but you still have his number saved? That was the first time his tone cut. Like a knife, not a question. The days after that were weird. He didn't bring it up again, but he wasn't the same. Little things started piling up. He stopped texting me goodnight. He made excuses not to come over. He didn't laugh at my jokes. And worst of all, he stopped touching me. No hugs. No forehead kisses. Just distance. I asked if he was okay, and he'd say, I'm fine. But he wasn't. And I knew, deep down, that he didn't believe me. That message planted a seed. And it was growing. Then came the night he finally broke. We were at his place, watching a movie. Or pretending to. He hadn't said much all night. I leaned my head on his shoulder, trying to be close again. He pulled away. Elijah. What's going on? I whispered. He stared at the TV, but his fists were clenched. You really want to know? I nodded. He turned to me, eyes dark. If you've been cheating, just say it. That sentence. It ripped something open inside me. I didn't cry. I didn't yell. I just sat there, blinking. Like my heart couldn't catch up to my brain. I whispered, you think I'd do that to you? He didn't answer. And maybe. That was answer enough. I didn't cheat. But someone wanted him to think I did. People say betrayal cuts deepest when it comes from someone close. But what they don't tell you is how long the bleeding lasts. Her name is Dara. We've been best friends since our first year in uni. She was the loud one, the bold one, the one who flirted with 10 guys before breakfast and still made it to lectures on time. Me? I was the quieter one. The listener. The one who covered for her when she skipped classes to go on road trips. I thought she loved me like a sister. I thought we were inseparable. I never, ever imagined she'd be the one holding the knife. What I didn't know was that Dara had always had a thing for Elijah. She never said it outright, but I saw the way she looked at him. The way her voice got softer when he entered a room. The extra seconds her hugs lasted. I ignored it. Because I trusted her. Because I never thought she'd act on it. But some people don't want what you have. They want to destroy what you have. One Saturday afternoon, Elijah showed up at my place unannounced. No smile. No greeting. Just stormed in like the building was on fire. Elijah, what's? Who is he? His voice was ice. I blinked. What? Who the hell is the guy you were with at the lounge 2 nights ago? The one you were all over like I don't exist? I laughed out of pure confusion. What are you talking about? I wasn't at any lounge. I was home, remember? We were texting that whole night. He pulled out his phone, opened his gallery, and showed me a picture. It was dark and blurry, but it looked like me. Arm around a guy's neck. Head tilted back like I was laughing. I got this from someone who cares enough to tell me the truth, he snapped. Who? I asked. Who sent you that? He hesitated. Then, reluctantly, Dara. Everything inside me stopped. Dara? He nodded. She said she saw you with her own eyes. Even snapped the photo. Said she didn't want to get involved but couldn't watch you lie to me anymore. I stared at him like I was dreaming. Elijah. That's not me. That's not even my dress. Look at the nails, mine are pink right now. That girl's are silver. And why would Dara not even ask me before showing you this? He didn't want to hear it. His eyes were already clouded. The seed of doubt had grown into a tree and I was buried beneath it. You're a liar, he said. No, please, Elijah. I trusted you. I loved you. His voice shattered the room. Shattered me. I followed him outside barefoot, crying, trying to hold on to him, onto us. But he yanked his arm free and walked away. That was the last time I saw him alive. 3 hours later, my phone rang. Private number. I almost didn't answer. Hello? Is this Miss Amaka? Yes? This is Federal Hospital, Ikeja. You're listed as an emergency contact. I'm sorry to inform you that your partner, Elijah Okonkwo, was just involved in a serious car accident. My knees gave out. He died hating me. That's what breaks me. Some people cry when they lose someone. Others scream. Me? I froze. It was like my body forgot how to breathe, how to think, how to exist. When I got the call, I thought it was a mistake. Elijah couldn't be in an accident. He was just angry. He just needed to cool off. He always came back. But that night, he didn't. The rain had started barely an hour after he left my place. Heavy. Violent. Like the sky was grieving something before I even knew to cry. They said he was speeding. No seatbelt. Lost control around a bend and slammed into a truck. No passengers. No witnesses. Just wet asphalt and twisted metal. I ran into the hospital barefoot. Still wearing my oversized hoodie and shorts. My hands were shaking so hard I could barely hold my phone. I need to see Elijah Okonkwo, I told the nurse. He was just brought in. She hesitated. Looked at me strangely. Are you family? I'm his girlfriend. Please. I need to see him. She checked the chart. Then sighed. He's in surgery. You'll have to wait outside. So I waited. 4 hours. Pacing. Praying. Pleading with God, take my breath, my limbs, anything. Just let him survive. And then, the doors opened. But it wasn't Elijah. It was his mother. His older brother. His cousin. And when they saw me sitting there, their faces changed. His mother's eyes turned stone cold. His brother scoffed. His cousin shook his head. I stood up, heart racing. Auntie, please, how is he? Is he awake? Can I see him? His mother walked up slowly. And then slapped me across the face. Are you happy now? She hissed. You finally killed my son. I staggered back, stunned. What? No, I didn't. What are you talking about? Don't act innocent, his brother spat. We know about your little side guy. Dara told us everything. How you've been sneaking around, breaking his heart. No, I cried. That's not true. Dara lied. I didn't cheat, I swear to God I didn't. They ignored me. His cousin blocked the door with his arms crossed. You're not welcome here. Go home. I am home. I screamed. Elijah is my home. The nurse came over. Tried to calm me down. Please, she said gently. Let them be with him. He didn't make it. That was how I found out. Not from a doctor. Not with compassion. Just like that, 4 words, he didn't make it. I collapsed to the floor, wailing, reaching for a door that would never open for me again. They wouldn't even let me see his face. They cremated him a week later. I wasn't invited. His mother blocked me. His brother cursed me out in my DMs. His friends unfollowed me like I was the plague. Dara? She sent me a message that said, I told you lies catch up eventually. Rest in pain, bitch. But the worst part isn't the slap. Or the way the world turned against me. Or the fact that the man I loved died that night. The worst part is knowing he died believing I betrayed him. That he closed his eyes for the last time with hatred in his heart. Hatred for me. And I never got to say, I didn't do it. I love you. Please believe me. I cleared my name. But what's the point? He's gone. I used to pray that time would rewind. That I'd get one more chance to stop him at the door. To grab his face and scream, don't leave. Don't believe her. Please, just trust me. But time doesn't rewind. It only drags you forward whether you're ready or not. It had been almost 3 weeks since Elijah's death. I hadn't eaten properly. My phone had become a war zone, messages full of hate, pity, and silence. People who once said you and Elijah are goals now avoided eye contact with me in public. I barely left my apartment. I just sat in the dark, staring at old voice notes, texts, and selfies of us. Trying to figure out how one light could burn down everything we built. And then the truth slipped out. It was Saad, a mutual friend of mine and Dara's, who called. I hadn't spoken to her since the funeral. But her voice was shaking. Amaka. I know what happened. I know what Dara did. I froze. She told me that she was at a small gathering when she overheard Dara laughing with 2 other girls bragging, almost proudly. It worked. That girl thought she could keep Elijah forever? Not when I was in the picture. He deserved better anyway. One of the girls had asked her, wait. You really faked that photo? And Dara without shame admitted it. She used a photo from Instagram. Found a girl that looked like me in a similar hairstyle. Cropped it. Blurred it. Then sent it to Elijah with just enough venom to poison him. Boys are so gullible when they're hurt, she'd said. Saad recorded the last part. Not all of it, but enough. And Dara, being arrogant, had even left some receipts on her phone text she had sent to Elijah, manipulating him. I didn't want to be the one to say it, but she's been sneaky lately. You deserve the truth, Elijah. I'm tired of covering for her. It was all there. Proof. The moment I read it, I dropped the phone and started sobbing. Not the soft kind. The ugly, full-body shaking kind. Because yes, I had been telling the truth all along. But he never got to know. I tried to contact his family. I sent the audio. The screenshots. The whole ugly truth. His cousin responded first. Short. Cold. We know. It doesn't change anything. His mother blocked me again. But his brother, the one who cursed me out, finally called. He didn't apologize. Just said. We were wrong about you. I'm sorry he never got to hear your side. That was all. No big forgiveness. No redemption arc. Just truth. Late. Bitter. Useless. I went to his grave the next morning. Alone. I brought lilies. His favorite. Kneeled down. Ran my fingers over the cold headstone like it was his skin. And I whispered. It wasn't me, Elijah. I didn't cheat. I loved you. I still do. I would have married you. And then I broke. Right there. In the dirt. In the silence. Where no voice could argue, no light could echo. And no love could answer. They say time heals. But some wounds keep bleeding. People think grief is loud. That it looks like crying on the floor, tearing your clothes, screaming into pillows. But the real grief, the one that lingers, is quiet. It sits with you. In your shower. In your dreams. In the way your chest tightens every time your phone rings and it's not him. I tried therapy. I sat on a soft beige couch while a woman with kind eyes asked, do you think you've forgiven yourself? I laughed. Not out of humor, out of hollowness. How do you forgive yourself for a death you didn't cause but somehow still feel responsible for? I went through months of insomnia. Nights where I stared at my ceiling until sunrise, haunted by a loop of what-ifs. What if I had just blocked Tund earlier? What if I had told Elijah about Dara's weird behavior long ago? What if I'd chased him harder that night? What if I had followed him? Maybe I could have stopped him. But what ifs are the lullabies of the damned. They don't fix anything. They just keep your heart bleeding in slow motion. His pictures are still in my phone. I've hidden them in a folder called Us, like I'm scared to delete the only proof that he existed in my world. I tried opening it once. I made it to the 3rd photo, him grinning, eyes squinting from the sun, and I collapsed. Face down. On the floor. Crying so hard, I thought my ribs would crack. Everyone moved on. Even Dara, I heard, traveled abroad shortly after. She never faced consequences, just rumors and side eyes. But I live in a house full of echoes. Every corner has his laugh. Every mirror reflects the woman I was before the lie. The part that destroys me the most, the one I still can't say out loud without choking, is this. He died thinking I was a liar. A cheater. Someone I never was. I was loyal. I was in love. I was his. But in his final hours, all he felt toward me was hate. Because someone poisoned his heart with a lie. And I couldn't get to him fast enough to undo it. I still visit his grave. Less often now. Not because I've forgotten, but because it hurts too much. I kneel. I cry. And then, every time, I whisper the same thing. If love survives death. I hope you can see the truth now. I hope you know I never betrayed you.